Welcome to Jiva Yoga Live. My name is Kella, and today we're going to be doing 7 stretches for Piriformis and exercises for gluteus minimus. So today we're going to be going over stretches for the piriformis and exercises for the gluteus minimus. So a tight piriformis is often appearing in the rear end as a very tight, painful knot. A tight piriformis can contribute to sciatic pain and just general discomfort in this lower abdominal region. So we're going to go through some exercises to kind of relieve that, to loosen it up. And to do this series of exercises, you're gonna maybe want a bolster as well as 2 yoga balls. I'm using bocci balls today. You can use tennis balls or any ball that just is about this size and is firm. So to get started, what we're gonna do, our first exercise are fire hydrants. So I'm gonna go down on all fours, and we're going to take a good cue from the dogs and we're going to take our right leg and lift it out to the side and bring it back down. So we're going to repeat this 10 to 15 times and you can keep count on your own. So I'm going to begin here. And I'm going to switch sides. And I'm going to come in here for a second repetition. So just make sure that your wrists are sort of stacked below the shoulders. Keep your belly engaged, your chin gently tucked in. I'm going to go for another 15. And settling into the other side again. Good, so this should get the gluteus minimus nice and warmed up for our second exercise, which is going to be a figure 4 stretch. So I'm going to come down on my back onto the mat and laying down with my knees bent like so. And I'm going to lift my left leg up, crossing the ankle in front of the knee, and then lifting that right leg towards my abdomen. And to deepen the stretch, you can grasp behind your thigh and draw your right leg closer. And you can bring your chin to touch your knee and just take 3 deep inhalations and exhalations here, in through the nose and out through the mouth together, inhaling. And releasing. And we're just going to switch and do that on the opposite side. So lifting our right leg up, crossing the ankle in front of the knee. We're going to draw that left leg towards the abdomen. We can grasp it with our hands. We can straighten the leg if we feel like to. And lifting our chin towards our knee. Taking 3 deep inhalations in through the nose and exhalations out through the mouth together. Inhaling in. and releasing. Excellent. And for our third exercise, we're going to take our yoga balls and we're going to place them under our hips. So generally when you have a tight piriformis or gluteus muscles, you will feel it. You kind of maybe have it more on one side than the other. I often feel it on the right side. That's sort of my trouble side. So you can just try and place it where you feel the most tension. That's called a trigger point. And you're gonna put your hips down, resting your weight on the balls. So when you have your knees bent, you have less weight on the balls. To intensify this, you can extend your legs. And just stay here for 3 deep inhalations and exhalations, in through the nose and out through the mouth together, inhaling. And bringing your knees back up. You can also gently move your knees from side to side. This feels really wonderful. And if you want to go even deeper, you can remove one ball and put all of your weight on your hip on one side. And switching sides. So oftentimes if we have tension in one side of the glutes, we'll tend to focus on just releasing that side, but it's really important to release both sides. As when we have tension in one part of our body, then we'll generally compensate on the other side. So always try to stretch out both sides whenever you have tension on one side in general in the body. So just taking the balls out from under our hips, we can just straighten our legs and sort of feel how that feels, that trigger point release. And this, for me, is really one of the most effective exercises for this area. Wonderful. So our next exercise is cow face pose. And so for this pose, I'm going to take my bolster and I'm just going to seat myself upon it. I'm going to stretch my legs straight in front of me. And then I'm going to take my left leg and gently fold it, bringing my foot towards my right thigh. And then taking my right leg, folding it over the left one so that the knees are roughly aligned one on top of the other. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can also use 2 bolsters or a yoga block, whatever you need to seat comfortably here. And we're just gonna gently work our feet so they're about parallel on either side. And from this pose, we're going to lift our left arm and fold it and take our right arm behind and grasp our hands behind our back. So while we're here, we're going to take 3 deep inhalations through the nose and exhalations through the mouth, inhaling together. Gently releasing our arms to either side, extending our legs in front of us. And now taking the opposite leg, drawing that heel towards the thigh, and then crossing the other leg over it, stacking your knees on top of each other. So from here, bringing our right arm up and taking our left arm back, grasping our fingers together. Again, if this isn't available to you, you can just hold your elbows or put your arms to either side, just focusing on having a nice elongated spine and open heart and chest, keeping the chin gently tucked in. So we're gonna hold here for 3 deep inhalations through the nose and exhalations through the mouth. Inhaling together. Releasing here. And another possibility for this pose is to just gently walk your arms forward. This will give you a very deep stretch. And coming back and releasing. So I'll remove my bolster. And for this next pose, it's called half Lord of the Fishes. So what we're gonna do with our legs extended in front of us is we're gonna take our left leg, bend the knee, guide the foot to the other side of the opposite knee. If it's available, you can take your right ankle, swing it towards your thigh. If this is not available to you, you can just keep your leg extended. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand and place it behind the sacrum. We're going to inhale our right arm up and then twist to the left side, drawing the elbow to the opposite side of the knee. And we're just gonna take 3 deep inhalations in through the nose and out through the mouth here. Inhaling together. Releasing, gently coming out of the pose, extending those legs. And this time, taking the right ankle, drawing it to the opposite side of the knee, swinging that left ankle towards the thigh, planting our right arm behind the sacrum, inhaling our left arm up, and then exhaling, twisting to the right, really using that elbow against the thigh as leverage. It can help you keep your chest open. So we're going to take 3 deep inhalations in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth together, inhaling. And gently releasing here. Extending the legs and just shaking that out. And for the next posture, it's called King Pigeon Pose. We're gonna come onto all 4s on the mat. We're gonna push ourselves up into downward dog, so tucking our toes under, lifting up through the thighs, up through the hips, and just gently walking our heels down, keeping our knees nice and bent. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale our right leg up, and we're gonna exhale it at about a 90-degree angle. We're gonna straighten our left leg. I'm gonna wiggle up a little. And what we're gonna do here is, using our arms, we're just gonna support an open heart and chest, an elongated spine, gently tuck in the chin. And you're really gonna feel this opening up the piriformis and stretching out those glute muscles. And if it's available to you, you can bend your left knee, reaching back towards the ankle with your left hand and extending the right arm up. And we're gonna hold this for 3 deep inhalations in through the nose and exhalations through the mouth. And bringing our leg back down. We're just gonna gently walk our hands forward. If you want to bolster a block in front of you, you can do that. I'm just gonna try and bring my forehead to the mat, extending my arms, and taking another 3 deep inhalations in through the nose and exhalations out through the mouth, inhaling together. And slowly releasing, we're just gonna walk our hands up. And to come out of this pose, I usually just take the side that's bent and sit onto it and swing myself forward. And now we're gonna do the opposite side. So from this position on all fours, we're gonna go up into downward dog, tucking our toes under, rising up through the hips, extending our arms, just walking our heels down to the mat, keeping our knees nice and bent, just feeling this wonderful extension through the spine. And then we're going to raise our left leg up. We're gonna take a deep inhalation here and exhaling that leg at about a 90-degree angle in front of us. Just gonna sit back into that thigh, opening up through the heart and chest, keeping the chin gently tucked, using our hands to gently support this posture. If you need a bolster, you can also put a bolster or pillow under the thigh that's bent. And if it's available to you, you can bend your knee, bring your right leg back, and inhale the opposite arm up. Inhaling deeply in through the nose and exhaling through the mouth here 3 times. Inhaling together. Gently releasing, and we're gonna walk our arms forward, bringing my forehead to the mat, taking another 3 deep inhalations, in through the nose and out through the mouth, inhaling together. And gently coming out of this pose, I'm just gonna sit down on that thigh and swing my feet forward. Nice, good job. So for our last pose, we're going to be doing eagle pose, which is Garudasana. And this one is a standing pose. So we're gonna come up onto the mat, And we're going to stretch out our toes like starfish. We're gonna get a nice balanced posture here, engaging the pelvis, engaging the abdomen, opening up the heart and shoulders, keeping our chin gently tucked in, and allowing our shoulders to relax here. So this is a balanced posture, but it also really works the piriformis. What you're gonna do is you're gonna inhale that left leg up, and exhaling, you're gonna wrap it around the right calf. And then you're going to find a gaze to point on, a fixed stable point in the distance called the drishti point. And you're going to wrap, yes, you're gonna take your right arm at a 90-degree angle, and your left arm you're gonna bring under. You're sweeping it under, and then you're bringing your fingers to the palm, to the opposite palm. And we're gonna hold here for 3 deep inhalations and exhalations, in through the nose and out through the mouth, inhaling together. And while we're in this pose, you can kind of deepen it. You can kind of sit into that hip and extend your arms a little bit more if it's available to you. And to come out, we're just gonna unhook that left foot and sweep it out and release our arms. And switching to the opposite side, we're going to take that right leg, inhaling it up, exhaling around the left calf. If that's not available to you, you can just place it on either side, or even just hold it next to the calf. It's up to you. And we're going to take our left, first we're going to find our gaze, our drishti point. Then we're going to take our left arm at a 90-degree angle, taking the opposite arm, sweeping it under, and bringing our fingers to the palm. And we can bend gently into this pose, extending our arms, taking 3 deep inhalations together, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And gently releasing here. So that exercise concludes our series of stretches for the piriformis and exercises for the gluteus minimus, and hope to see you again soon. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, put on the notification bell, and please leave a comment below.